if you feel lost, like you don't know what to do, or you feel like your life that you're living right now is not the one that you are meant to live, then this is the video for you. In the next clip I show you is from almost 3 years ago, where I started my entrepreneurial agency journey. I'd done a bunch of stuff before that, and I've been involved in teams and big projects, but I'd never started completely by myself. And after watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos, just like this one, I committed to doing 90 days of monk mode. My monk mode regimen was no FAP, no dopamine, no women, no sugar, train every single day, work all day, every day, wake up early, go to bed early, read 10 pages of a book every day, meditate for 10 minutes every day, 0 sources of fun or dopamine at all, ice bath once a week with friends in a business context, right? So we wouldn't go out to eat and have fun and drink or anything. We ice, we talk about business, that's it. That was my only social contact. Cut off all women, cut off all girls, dating apps, Instagram, gone from my phone. My phone was in black and white. And I was miserable. And these recordings are from day 4. Just 4 days in. So I want you to watch, look at my face, look how puffy my face is, look how fat I am, look how depressed I look. And then after that clip, I'm going to show you where I am currently. Day 4 of monk mode. I have no idea how I'm going to last 30 days. Like, it was in the back of my mind that maybe I would go for 90 days, but there's just like, it feels like an eternity. 4 days, every day is awful. In the office, I've been sitting here for about an hour and a half. Haven't really accomplished much, just really tired. No matter what I seem to do, I'm so tired. Hopefully, a couple months from now, I can look back and feel like, even though it wasn't easy, and there were moments where today I woke up and I'm just like, mate, I am so tired. It's Saturday. I woke up at 1 a.m. to have a Zoom meeting with a potential client. Kind of didn't go very well. Went back to bed, and then it feels like I woke up just a couple hours later, tired out of my mind. Every inch of my being was telling me, mate, go back to sleep. Like, what are you going to accomplish being tired all day? And now I'm sitting here thinking, I should have slept another couple of hours. So, trying to find focus, heavily caffeinating myself is helping, but yeah. Just trying to record my thoughts so I can look back on it later, I suppose, and see that every step of the way while it wasn't necessarily very easy, it was worth it, I hope. But yeah, man, just tired. Only 4 days in, I'm so tired. Let's hope it gets better. So, you can see that it's pretty bad. I mean, even I just recently had my teeth fixed, and I could see all I could see is how fat I am and how ugly my teeth are, but maybe that's just me. If you're watching that video and you see just the look of pure depression on my face as I have dopamine withdrawals and I'm going through this process, and all of my fiber of my being is telling me, don't do this anymore, this is too painful. A couple days before this, I found out that a family member was really sick. I found out that the ex that I just broke up with is with a new boyfriend, and she's posting about it all over Instagram. And so I had every reason under the sun to be like, you know what? Let's push monk mode another month. Give us some time to cope, and instead of using the pain and directing it into the work and taking action, let's numb the pain with women and movies and sugar and, dopamine. And the bottom line is that I did this for 94 days, right? So pretty close to the Alex Hormozi 100 days to basically change your life idea. taking massive action every day for 100 days without stopping. And at the end of that 94 days, I had generated a business of $10,000 a month. I touched $11,000 a month, I think, on day like 96 or something like that. And so, was it worth it? 100,000%. But in the moment, you can just see how miserable I am. And I pushed through it. And yesterday, I was having a bad day, and I was looking through my phone to try and delete some storage because it said the storage is full. And so what I did was I found these videos, and I completely forgotten that I recorded them almost 3 years ago. And I started watching them. And I'm looking at the man who is there, and he is not the man who is sitting in front of you today. The man who is sitting in front of you today made $52,000 last week. I live in my dream city. I live on the top few floors of the most expensive building in that city. I'm surrounded by people who make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. I have beautiful women throwing themselves at me. I have everything that man did not have. And it all started with a decision to change my life and commitment to the process and focus every day for, in this case, 90 days. And I remember going through this pain, and it brought me right back to that moment where I remember recording these videos and feeling this enormous amount of sadness and pain and depression overwhelming my life. And I mean, I'm in significantly better shape now. Just all the things in the boxes are ticked. And I remember thinking that where I am now is impossible, but I'm going to trust the process anyway. And just do the actions every single day and stick to my word and be disciplined. And the result has been 3 years later, I have, done a lot of the things that I want to do. I still have a long way to go. Don't get me wrong, but I am completely different than that loser that you see in that video clip that I just showed you. Well, he's not a loser because it's the same person who made the decision. And if that person didn't make the decision to make a change, I wouldn't be here speaking to you guys today. I wouldn't have a tiny YouTube channel. I wouldn't have a fantastic school community. I wouldn't have any of this if that man didn't make the decision to change his life. So I want to challenge you to make a similar decision, because it really isn't about the 100 days. It's about right now making a decision to change your life and committing to the process every single day. And instead of making the decision every single day, you make the decision one time and then you just follow the process and just do the work, right? And then just commit to that decision. It's like picking a spouse. You don't wake up every day and wonder, do you love them anymore? You made that decision and now you just love them and that's it, right? And so, this is what I want you to do. Take out a pen and paper and write down the amount of time that you're going to commit to changing your life and the massive action that you're going to take. So, in my case, I wrote down 30 days and then in brackets, I will also do 90 days if there is an ROI, because committing to 90 days was like crazy scary. I will do 30 days at minimum, 90 days preferably. The thing that I want the most is to generate a $10,000 a month recurring revenue business in my agency model and finally be proud of myself. The things that I will give up. So I want you to write 5 things that you want to give up. So main goal, 5 things that you want to give up, because success is not necessarily about adding a whole bunch of stuff. It's usually about stripping away the stuff that's stopping you from succeeding. for me, it was the biggest distractions in my life were girls, entertainment, movies, YouTube, social media. It was fast food and sugar. Not that I was consuming tons of it. I was still eating relatively healthy, but like 2 days a week, I would binge my face off and have cheat days and just eat whatever I wanted. In the video, you can see the result of that. My face is fat. I've got some muscle on me and I'm like, quote, bulking, but I'm still not in shape. Like now, I have year-round six-pack. I'm pretty lean. I'd much prefer how I am now. I feel light. And the things that I'm going to give up, right? So basically, sorry, Mum, if you're watching this, sexual stimulation, entertainment, movies, social media, and gluttonous food, and then any kind of leisure time. So those are the 5 things that I was going to give up. And the 5 things that I was going to start doing on top of everything else that I was going to do is like work all day, every day. Go to the gym every single day for at least an hour. Meditate every single day for 10 minutes. Read 10 pages of a book. And wake up early. And that was it. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's it's the extreme consistency that compounds over 90 days. And you can see that if you just strip away all of the dopamine, I'm going through what I can only assume is some kind of withdrawal here, where everything sucks. All of the bad things started happening all at once. It was terrible timing. And I used this like discomfort and pain to drive myself through the 90 days and get to the goal. And so, looking at this video of myself, the main thing that I realized is that in the moment, it was such a big deal. How on earth would I make $10,000 a month? How would I make my first sale? How would I deliver the services? How would I do the lead gen? How would I? And I know a lot of you guys, and I've just gotten off a group call with my paid school group. And so look, if you are brand new and you don't know how to do any of this stuff, all of this is inside the paid school group. And right now I have a 50% discount over the next couple of days. So make sure you check that out down below. Check out the video. There's a 7-day, no questions asked refund. It's only $59 for the next couple days instead of $120. There's a ton of resources in there if you're brand new, just starting your business, looking to start out, grow, get leads, building an agency, if you're a consultant, whatever. It's a perfect place for you to start. All right, if you're a beginner, if you're somebody far more advanced and you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars in your business and you want consistent leads, then that's what we do in my business as a lead generation agency. You can reach out also below. But good friend of mine, I hope you're watching this, brother. I hope you're watching this. Send me some videos in the same vein of the videos that you've just watched of me talking like, I don't know what to do. I'm lost. I'm following the process. I'm trusting the process. Monk mode day 4. I'm miserable. How on earth am I going to do 30 days? I ended up doing 94 and changed my life forever. And so it reminded me that we all start somewhere, and I'm not perfect. And I don't want to hide any of this stuff from you, because hopefully it inspires one person or my brother from another mother watching this video, I hope, who sees that I was literally in the exact same position that you are 3 years ago, and all I did was make a decision to change my life and follow a couple of simple steps and remove all the garbage. It's not rocket science. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a step-by-step process. I hadn't figured out all the stuff yet. All I knew was that I wanted to succeed so badly that I would do anything. And if all I had to do was strip away all of the pleasures in my life for 3 months and I would be set up for life, I'd do that all day, every day in a heartbeat. And it worked wonders for me, and I know it'll work for you. There are many people out there who claim balance, and I even have a video out there talking about balance, but that's only because I'm now several chapters ahead of where I was 3 years ago. And so this video reminded me, the video that my friend sent me reminded me of this exact video that you just saw of me sitting there miserable, fat-faced, being like, oh, 4 days into monk mode, how am I going to do 30? Forget about 90, oh my God, I'm miserable every day. And the other day, like I said, I was having a bad day and I managed to watch this video and I realized that everything passes. The bad moment that you're in right now is just a bad moment. Don't make stupid decisions that are going to affect the rest of your life. Don't do anything silly that the future version of you wouldn't be proud of. Like if I'd done some stupid stuff back then, this version of me would not exist. And so the version of you that currently is on its way needs the current version of you to make a decision to change your life. And all it takes is one moment to make that decision. And so I want to challenge you to do something about it and make that decision. And if you need my help, we're doing that in the paid school group. If you want to start by yourself, I've got tons of free videos. There's so many free videos about monk mode, but it's really as simple as picking a goal, picking a time frame, removing at least 5 things from your life, and only you'll know what they are. But I wasn't drinking, I wasn't smoking, I wasn't out partying, and so there's no point in me removing those things. But I know that girls are a big distraction. I love watching movies. I love consuming garbage food. And so those were things that are non-negotiable to remove from my life. And I knew that the things that were going to move me closer towards my goals were getting in the gym every single day and getting out all of my frustration and anger. And it was the only outlet I had for any source of dopamine. It was filling my head with as much brainwashing content as humanly possible that I can actually do this and that I can acquire these high-value skills. And every day I'm learning, I'm watching courses, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm hearing about people's successes, and I'm believing that I can do it myself. And then I'm just waking up super early, and the only thing that I'm doing is working all day until I can't work anymore. Then I'm going to the gym, then I'm coming back, and then I'm working some more until I fall asleep. It's incredible what you can accomplish when all you do is those things for an extended period of time. In this case, 90 days. I suggest you start with 30 days because that's where I started, at least in my mind, and make that decision right now, today. Because the fat, horrible, ugly, broke, depressive version of me 3 years ago made that decision, and the result is this version that is in front of you today. And I think it's the best version of me that has ever existed, and it's certainly not the best version that's ever going to be, but every day we get slightly better, and we have moments like this and we reassess. And I had one of those moments yesterday, and I found these videos, and my friend sent me a video that was very, very, very similar, and I thought, mate, let's put those up right next to each other and you can see the massive difference. Like if I could show you my bank account now versus back then, just to give you an example, right? Just the rent that I was paying where I lived in that video, you can see mostly just the ceiling, and it's like you can't see my apartment here, but 1 full year's rent at my previous place is not even 1/3 of 1 month of where I live now. So let me say that again. A full 12 months at the previous place is still just a tiny portion of 1 month rent where I live now. And so to think that I could pay so much in rent, just in rent, forget about all the other luxuries I have in my life and all the other amazing experiences and all the other amazing people in my life, just the rent alone would cripple that version of me. But there are levels to this thing, and I could show you, introduce you to people who are making what I make in a month. They make it in a day, right? And so hopefully I will tack on the new version of me 5 years from now onto this video, and I'll just be like, man, that version of me is so far in the past. The man that I am today is just incomparable, and I'm so glad that that guy continued on the journey. But the momentum is really hard to pick up unless you start with that decision, right? You don't stop, start, and just don't stop for 30 days. Trust me, it'll change your life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've left another video here on the screen for you to watch. Highly suggest you check that out next.